has the relationship with the Justin and the receivers grown? How have you seen that grow over since minicamp till today?
Yeah, I think that he's able to tell him where he's putting it, and they can tell him, where they feel like it's going to be. Hey, I'm going to throw this route to Jared Cook this way. I'm going to throw this route to Donald Parham that way. Mike Williams is going to, hey, I'm going to give him this chance. Or, hey, Josh, I'm not going to do that with you. Hey, this is how you're going to beat press versus how I beat press. And I feel like all those little things, Justin's been able to address more man-to-man and take more ownership that way. And he's still at the beginning, but you can tell that he has full respect from his teammates. And I think what he's doing is he's kind of getting into his rhythm as the leader of our offense. And I think it's where he's very fortunate when you're around Keenan Allen. That's like having another quarterback out there. And I think that really helps Justin in a big way. And I think that they can kind of feed off each other. And then Keenan can kind of talk to the other receivers for Justin at times, be that mouthpiece too, because he's kind of an extension of Justin. And I feel like it's been a fun group to watch.
Along those same lines, how has he received your defensive kind of coaching and mentorship and implemented that into his game? How have you seen that kind of grow and develop over the last training camp?
Justin just knows a lot more football. I think when you're in the NFL, you learn so much more. 1 year ago, guys, what he knew, what I knew, are totally different. I look back at my tape last year, I'm like, man, I wasn't very good, compared to where I am now. And I think that that's how he feels. And I think that he's learned so much about his game fundamentally, and then learning a new offense. And then defensively, I think he just is more aware of what's out there. And I think so much as a young quarterback is being to identify what's on the other side of the football. Because all these quarterbacks that go out there, guys, are really sharp. I mean, there's not a quarterback that goes out there that isn't impressive, okay? It's a really hard job. So they're all sharp. Justin's particularly sharp, but I think so much of it is what's on the other side of the ball, because that really allows you to play fast and free. And I think hopefully what we've done with our defense is get him a lot of shots at what's on the other side of the ball, being able to identify a lot from a personnel grouping standpoint, front standpoint, pressure, coverage. And I think the more you see as a player, the better you get. I mean, if you hear all these great quarterbacks that have ever played, the Hall of Fame quarterbacks, that just talked at the Hall of Fame ceremony, they just talked about all their experiences and how much better you get as you go, and that reflection. And so I think he's learning a lot, and that's something that's a strength of his. Is he's a perfectionist. He knows that he has to learn more. He doesn't ever feel like he has it all figured out, and that's why he's going to be successful. It's like sometimes people that talk a lot, they're really not saying anything.